Hi everybody, BeanMeister22 here. Hey, today we're going to look at another of the figures in my figure collection. And I know I promised that Lady Deadpool would be next. I have that one filmed, but I just haven't edited it yet. But today we're going to look at Jubilee. Remember, Jubilee is the youngest of the X-Men, if you're an X-Men fan. And she's got that power where she shoots that weird, I don't know, plasma or fireworks out of her. She calls it her fireworks out of her hands. I think the official thing says, and I'll read it here because I'll mess it up if I don't read it. She can generate pyrotechnic energy plasmoids from her fingertips, from her hands, from her, her fireworks. And we knew they're called the fireworks. Now, if you're an X-Men fan, they got their mutant powers and they're kind of cool. But this power, if you think about it, she can take this and she can center it to go right in your brain, boom, and explode your brain like it's a stroke from the inside. I mean, that's a pretty cool power. But today, let's concentrate on this figure. I hope this figure does not shoot the plasma out of its hands. This figure is about 8 inches tall, and I'm pretty sure it's 1/7 scale. I don't read Japanese, and I can't find it anywhere on the information here. But using my great powers of deduction, it's the same size and the same scale as those other ones that I have that I know are 1/7 scale. So I'm pretty sure this is 1/7 scale. This is another figure designed by Shunya Yamashita, and it was sculpted by, I'm going to get this name wrong, Gotaro Takuchi. I probably pronounced that wrong. The design of this is amazing. It is amazing attention to detail. But I think it was important here let's talk about this dude who sculpted this thing. The attention to detail, like I said, top notch. It's one thing to illustrate it and draw it out and plan it and say, this is what I want it to look like. It's another thing to get in there and actually make that drawing into something physical. And the guy here who sculpted this, amazing. Look at that jacket. The jacket she's wearing, look at the folds and the ripples in it. It's very good. Look at her hair. You have the hair. It looks like it's blowing in the wind a little bit. There is an amazing amount of attention to detail on this, for the hands, the fingers, the bracelets, the face, the eyes, the earrings, the belt, the clothes she's wearing. Everything, there is detail on everything, from the stitching on the pockets of her shorts to the tennis shoes. Look at those tennis shoes she's wearing. The fine detail of the shoelaces, how the ankle, how the foot actually fits in the shoe. It's very good. This isn't just some low quality molding job done here. And another important thing about this product line, it's also the attention to the detail, to the body, the shape, and the form of the subject. If you look at her legs, you can see the muscles there. You can see the shapes. This isn't just something, okay, here's a pair of legs, here's a torso, here's a face, here's an arm. The sculptor took the time to carve out the muscles. This isn't just some figure or minifigure that somebody whipped up in their basement and, took a couple hours to make. This is an amazing attention to detail. And truly, no doubt about it, this style of figures is a work of art. It's an art form to actually make something that looks like this. So this is definitely a work of art designed by an artist and physically created by an artist. They did a very good job here. Now, granted, this style of artwork and this style of figure is not for everyone, but it is still a work of art in its own right. This item is recommended for ages 14 to 15. Well, I don't know. I have no comment on that. All right, so let's talk about where you can find this. There are 3 main places I would look for something like this. I would look at Crunchyroll, I would look at Toy Wiz, and then if I remember, I'll look on Amazon. I bought this at Crunchyroll for $69.99, and remember, it was part of a larger order, so it wasn't just a single unit, so I couldn't tell you what the shipping was. This shipped from Japan. I went to the Toy Wiz website, and I looked, and they don't even have this figure. Maybe they used to, maybe they will, maybe it's on the website, I can't find it. I couldn't find it at Toy Wiz, but I did find it at Amazon. Amazon is selling it for $98.90. You might be able to find it for a cheaper price there, and you'll probably find it for a much more expensive price there. Remember how Amazon works. Amazon isn't just Amazon and the Amazon warehouses, it's also private people like you and I who cut a deal with Amazon, and then we send our stuff to the Amazon warehouse. We set our price. Amazon ships it for us. And then there's that third-party sellers in the Amazon marketplace, which would be people like you or I, or little shops or stores or something. And when your order comes into Amazon, the information gets sent to them, and then they ship it. So other than using Amazon's pay system and their website for ordering, the thing is never seen by Amazon. Amazon really has nothing to do with it. Which explains why you can have the same thing being sold on Amazon. You could have 12 different people selling it, and there will be 12 different prices. So in the case of this figure, Crunchyroll is obviously the better deal, because it's almost, well, yeah, it's almost $30 more selling at Amazon. And that is with free shipping at Amazon, but you know that shipping at Crunchyroll for this one unit is not going to be $30. When you buy things online at Crunchyroll, sometimes the stuff will ship from Japan, and I'm guessing it's probably the same thing as with Amazon, that some stuff will come from the Crunchyroll warehouse, and some stuff might come from third-party shops. In the United States, I believe Crunchyroll's warehouses are in, I think, Redlands, California, somewhere in Northern California. So depending on what you're ordering, some things will ship from Japan, some things will ship from California. And really quick, I don't want to neglect this aspect here. Some people say that this type of figure is a little risque and shouldn't be a kid's toy. Well, if you remember, the recommended age is the 14 to 15-year-old, so you're looking at a, mid-teenager is the age who collects these. A lot of adults collect them too. And then there's a lot of younger kids who collect these also. I've had somebody flat out say, well, this is a little too hot and sexy to be a toy. And I said, have you opened a comic book recently? You need to look in a comic book. If you think this is out of line, open a Marvel or DC comic book. Even in the 60s and 70s, and probably before, comic books have always been a little ahead of their time when you talk about some risque situations. And clearly, in the sci-fi world, those two things really go together. So look at a comic book and then look at this. It's like, oh, okay, wait a minute. This really isn't out of line. And truthfully, it's a work of art. Go down to the Metropolitan Art Museum. Yeah, you'll see some pretty risque things there too. In fact, this should be in the art museum. So anyways, it's another very cool figure. And if you're a Marvel and DC figure fan, this is another must-have. Very cool design, amazing attention to detail. Truly designed and created by an artist. All right, so do you have this figure yet? At $69.99 at Crunchyroll, this is probably the second least expensive figure I have purchased. I think the cheapest one I found was like $59, so that's the price you're paying for things like this, on the low end. Figures such as these, and this kind of attention to detail, they generally run, $90 to $250. About $100 to $135 has been the average price I've paid for them. And as I mentioned, I think $59 was the cheapest price, the lowest price I've paid for something like this, and I think $230 or $250 was the most expensive price. When you buy these types of figures online, you have to look at who created it, who is the designer, and then that will give you an idea about the attention to detail you will find on it. Oftentimes when you find figures like this, they won't have that amazing attention to detail in the face or on some of the little add-ons. Oh yeah, and really quick, in the pictures here, she's wearing sunglasses. Had the sunglasses up in her hair. I do have the sunglasses. We'll try putting them on. She has the two style of sunglasses. In the picture, the sunglasses look really good, but when you actually put them on her here as the figure, it doesn't add to the look. The attention to detail in her lightly tousled hair is definitely better than covering that up with the glasses. All right, so, like I said, do you have this? Have you seen this? Do you want this? Leave your comments in the comment section. Hey, as always, thanks for watching.
Beanmeister 22, the most dangerous man on YouTube.